Good morning, today we are going to make a pen without a lathe. And yes, I know, the no lathe pen challenge is already finished. Dodging DIY! Think, build, and share. I start by removing the ink cartridge out of this small pen using a pair of pliers. Next, I want to have one LED in my pen, so I grab the necessary components. I am using a 200 ohm resistor, a 9-volt battery, a push button, one blue LED, and some jumper cable. I first test my circuit to see if the components are working using some alligator clips, and I then solder everything following this diagram. Next, just so that the upper end looks nice, I have taken a scrap bolt, but this step is not mandatory at all. A 9-volt battery would be too bulky, so instead I ended up using two coin cell lithium batteries, which I taped the connectors of the jumper wires to with some duct tape. Make sure that the connections are very tight. The overall pen casing will be made out of hot glue, so I first made a mold by cutting some paper. I used a pen to make the measurements, and I then tape the piece of paper into a tube shape. As you can see, I have made a hole in the paper so that I can press the push button. And then it is just a matter of slowly pouring hot glue inside the mold and waiting until it dries. To remove the paper, I first started by using sandpaper, but I have found this technique very inefficient, so I ended up using the sanding bits on my Dremel tool. Since the sanding bit of the Dremel tool already spins very quickly, it melts the hot glue and thus, I think, gives a really nice finish. Some parts, such as the batteries, will not be covered in glue yet, so I added a little bit of extra glue over them. And now, the pen is complete. The light works okay, and I think that it is not that bad for a first time. But it was only at the end that I have found that actually the ink cartridge was empty. Well, I will leave you guys there. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.